Hello. Firstly, apologies if I look ill. I have a cold and I can't even look without my left eye like closing in on itself. I don't know what's going on. I think I have a sinus infection or something. So yeah, apologies for that. I don't look the best right now. However, moving on. I watched a video literally 10 minutes ago called "Is Fair Games Doomed After Concord" by Luke Stevens. In this video, he talks about a game that was revealed last year called Fair Games, which is being made by ex-Ubisoft devs. The studio that is making the game is called Haven, and Sony is the publisher, and also Sony invested in this game from the very beginning. Now today, I don't want to talk about how it could be doomed after Concord. I want to go way back to 2022 and talk about how it was probably doomed from way back then after Hyenas. For those who don't know, Hyenas was a game that didn't even make it to release. It shut down, I think, mere months before it was meant to release. And it was being created by Sega and Creative Assembly. Hyenas was a game that was pitched as a multiplayer sci-fi FPS, 3 versus 3 teams, where you would team up and try to steal priceless pop culture loot from Mars billionaires. This was revealed in 2022, and all of the comments on the reveal trailer for this game say things such as, "This reeks of servers shutting down within 3 months. This game has the most how do you do fellow kids energy that I've ever seen." And other things such as, "This looks like an AI generated trailer, we want the Netflix audience, one of the most soulless things I've ever seen, and this is certainly one of the games ever made." Now, let's look at the reveal trailer for Fair Games, which is pitched as, again, a 3v3 sci-fi shooter where you have to try and steal expensive cargo while also competing against other teams of 3, and the expensive cargo that you're taking is from a very rich few millionaires. Sound familiar? It's the exact same premise, the exact same pitch. There is zero difference, and even the branding of the two games is identical. The brand colours for Fair Games are pink, purple, white, and yellow. Wanna guess what the brand colours for Hyenas were? Purple, pink, white, and yellow. It is the exact same game with a different name. But at first I saw this and I thought, is this just the same studio? And they got investment and they're changing the name of the game and, etc. But no, it's two separate studios that just happen to have the same branding, the same game concept, the same backstory. How did this happen? Did the same person just give the pitch to two different game studios and they both made the same game? I don't... Has anyone else discovered this before me? It's so weird. And you go to the comments section of the Fair Games trailer and the comments are identical. There's 1 year gap between these two games, but the comments are identical. It's the same thing. Comments here. "Eat the rich and the game is the most corpo vision ever. Same as Hyenas. Thanks to all our players, but we're unfortunately ending support. 1 year later vibes." The same comment that was given to Hyenas. And obviously now to just bring it back a bit, the reason that Luke Stevens made a video on this game was because it's made by, published by Sony, who obviously also published Concord, and after the disastrous launch that Concord had, and now I guess the retake of that game, pulling it from shelves, taking it off the Steam marketplace and refunding players, people are wondering, is this game, Fair Games, going to have the same fate? But I think that this game, Fair Games, had the same fate from the very beginning, and I can't believe that people didn't realize it after Hyenas. Maybe it's just because Hyenas wasn't as big. I mean, they didn't launch, and there wasn't any news around, a disastrous launch where they only got a few hundred players, because the game never actually launched. It ended after its beta. They just pulled the plug and said, we can't do this. There wasn't enough interest. I think their numbers were higher than Concord in terms of the beta. I believe that there was maybe like 3,000 or 4,000 people playing Hyenas, and even then they pulled the plug on that game. So yeah, they thought there wasn't enough, they pulled it, and another studio 1 year later just seems to have gone, well, we'll make it then. What? Something else that Luke Stevens said in his video is that Sony has a state of play upcoming, and we haven't heard any information about Fair Games for a while, so maybe the plan is to do like a gameplay reveal for this game, because so far the only trailers have been cinematic, much like Concord's initial trailers were, and also the initial trailers for Hyenas were also 100% cinematic trailers. That's just how it is these days. I personally, this is a side topic, but I just don't like cinematic trailers for games. Just show me the gameplay. Cinematics can look as good as, you know, possible. All you gotta do is hire a studio like Blur Studios or someone to do a nice cinematic, pay them tens of thousands to make it, and then boom, you know, it doesn't prove how good the game is. But yeah, that's the wonder now with many people is, what are they going to do with this game? Is it going to meet the same fate? Will they change the approach? Will they try going free to play with it rather than doing a paid title? Will they pull it and change things completely? Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to make this video because I think that the writing was on the wall way before now. Way before Concord. The writing was on the wall since mid-2022, and I can't believe that nobody saw it.